Welcome back, everyone. So, UVS Games has graciously sent me some Street Fighter 6 stuff to show off to you guys, and I'm really excited about this one. So, first off, they sent me a Chun-Li mat. And I know I have too many mats as it is, but I will say that this mat is really great. I've been hearing from the other creators that it's got some cool, it's got a stitched edge. So, I don't know if it's gonna come off of that, but it's got a very cool stitched edge, which makes it feel, it just feels really nice. I'm gonna turn this around so you guys can see it better. The beautiful Miss Chun-Li. That right there. And that is a gorgeous mat. That is beautiful. So I actually have not one, but two Challenger series for you guys today. I've got the Ryu and Luke, and then Chun-Li and my boy Jamie. Let's start with Ryu and save the best for last, shall we? And as I've said on other videos, opening these from the bottom, way easier. So we have our collector's pack here. Excuse me, Sam. Which we'll set aside. We have our Street Fighter 6 booklet, which goes over all the different basic rules, how to play cards. This looks good. How to block, and explaining how the block step works. I'm a fan of that. Then we have the card gallery here. Doesn't look like it shows the... Oh, here we go. Here are the alternate arts. So in the back, for the collector's booster, it actually shows you all of the different alternate arts you can get. Which I'm hoping for alt art Jamie and an alt art Breakin', because that is cool. I will say that, though, with the art for the characters being done by... I forget the artist's name. But the artist who did all of the Red Horizon art from the old Jasco era, I was kind of hoping we'd see all Red Horizon style alternate arts, but maybe that was just too much to ask for, because this looks mostly like images from the game, I think. But cool. So let's start with the Ryu and Luke deck. Crack this bad boy open. Which Street Fighter character are you guys most excited for of the four? And who from Street Fighter 6 would you like to see make it into Universus if we get a full set? Okay, so there's some tape. There we go. Because I don't know much about Street Fighter 6. I stopped playing Street Fighter after Street Fighter 5's... Well, when you start a game and it doesn't actually have a story mode to it yet, and they're like, yeah, the story mode's to come. I'm not one of these people who grinds fighting games online to try to do all that mess. So, sorry for hitting my mic. We have Ryu, the World Warrior. 6 hand size, 32 health. Brawler keyword, he's got Fire, All, and Void. Tenacious, your non-tech, non-weapon attack gets +2 damage. Free +2 damage. And then response commit after an attack is completely blocked, draw 3 cards and add 1 card from your hand to the top of your deck. That is a very powerful ability. And there's actually a card in here that also helps stack the deck, so Ryu could see a good amount of play. And we have Luke Sullivan, Gym Coach, who has all Earth and Fire, 6 hand size, 30 health, Brawler. This attack is +1 or -1 speed. Then if this attack speed is 5, exactly, it gets +2 or -2 damage. Pretty good. And then once per turn, response after an attack is completely blocked, look at the top card of your deck. You may discard it. So, these... Alright, I'm sure Luke's got some moves, but of the two, I'm more excited for Ryu. We have Luke's rare attack, Avenger Impaler. Drive 1. If this attack is not blocked, draw 2 cards and discard 1 card. Drive being the cost of commit 1 foundation or spend 1 momentum. So as a rare, we will get 2 of these. I'm trying to do this backwards and upside down. We have Hoshogeki, Ryu's rare. After this attack deals damage, add a card from your hand to your momentum. Neat. Drive 1. After this attack resolves, add 1 card from your stage to the top of your deck. Again, he's got this really cool self-stacking mechanic that's really going to help you string out pretty wide as long as you can keep your hand full, which drawing 3 cards can do that. We have Luke's Ultra, Pale Rider. It's got Echo. Drive, you may clear 1 other attack from your card pool rather than spending 1 momentum to pay the cost of this Echo ability. So you can commit a foundation and clear a card from your card pool to Echo this card, which is really good. That is a really good ability there. Rising Uppercut is also a rare. Interesting. So this is his pseudo reversal. When you try to block a non-ranged high attack with this card, reduce that attack speed to 4. So you're just checking on a 4 minimum. And then drive 1, response. After you completely block an attack with this card, you may attempt to play this attack after that attack resolves. Pretty solid. Then we got Shin Hoshogeki, Ryu's Ultra. Powerful 2. Charge Fury Slam. Response after this attack receives a damage bonus of 2 or greater. Your rival has to commit a foundation. And starting at 6 speed, this is already pretty good. This is actually a card I'm trying to find characters to abuse with. Characters like Woman, who I actually put a request in to find out if Woman's ability to give an additional +2 damage by removing an attack from your discard pile counts as 2 +2s or just 1. Because I think being able to just stack a whole bunch of damage on this card makes it a really good kill card. We have the Unending Path. Once per turn, after an attack is blocked, look at the top 2 cards of your deck, add any number of them to your discard pile. If your opponent has 10 or more foundations, draw 1 card. So it's kind of cool. It's not milling. It's kind of milling, but it's not milling. That's Ultra Rare Foundation. Then we have Burnout, their action. So actually, before I go on, this is a lot of hollows for a deck. There's a lot of rare attacks in here. I think there's 2 Luke rares, an Ultra attack, 2 Ultra attacks, and then 1 rare Ryu attack, and then 1 Ultra Rare Foundation. That's a lot of Ultras and rares for a deck. So now we got Burnout. As a common, we'll see 4 of that. Which is insane to think that we're getting 4 copies of an action. Crouching Medium Kick as an uncommon, we'll see 3 of that. Luke's Sweep, another uncommon, so another 3 of. Sandblast, which is another uncommon. Solar Plexus Strike. After this attack deals damage, choose a card in your rival's discard pile and put it to the top of their deck. So you can stack a bad check by letting this deal damage. Or, if it's your last attack of the turn, you can stack a foundation so that they draw less attacks. So that's pretty cool. I actually dig this card a lot. Uncommon, so we get 3 there. Battle Holds the Answer. So this card is actually going to be really, really good. It's a 2/6, 3 mid-block. Tenacious, your turn. Add this card to the top of your deck. So even after you've committed this to pass a check, you can stack a 6 check on top of your deck. That's crazy. That is really crazy. And as a common, we get 4 of it. So I am all about building an all deck now. Endless Doting. If this non-throw attack gets -2 speed, and if it deals damage, ready this card. Could be neat if you have to half block some stuff. As a common, we'll get 4 of it. Excessively buff forearms. Just flip for +2 damage. Pretty solid. That is a common. Fists of the Ages. This is a card I like. It's commit for 1 speed and 1 damage, and then tenacious flip for 1 speed, 1 damage. So that's 2 speed and 2 damage right there, which is really good on the fire symbol. And again, we've got 4 of that. My fists solve my problems. So response flip after an attack is played, it's set change its speed to 4. There's a lot of 0 speed moves or very low speed moves that can get a buff from this, but also very high speed moves that you can just set it to 4. And then as Luke, you can give it, +1 speed or -1 speed, and even not getting the +2 or -2 damage, you can just set its speed to 4 and give it -1 speed. It's just a really hard set to 3 speed, which is pretty good. It's a common, get 4 of it. Not now, I'm gaming. Probably one of my favorite foundations from this deck set. You commit it, check a 7, and then flip. After an attack is played, add it to the owner's hand. I love these messing with your rival style attack negators, especially if your rivals had to commit a whole bunch. I've got a local who plays a lot of Smiling Titan, so this is any all sideboard is gonna get a couple of these, because when he hard commits for his 10 damage, 10 difficulty move, I'm gonna tell him to just put it back. And as a common, we get 4 of it. We get Strength in Diligence. Tenacious flip. After you commit this card to play a drive cost, ready it. I like being able to ready cards. As a common, we get 4 of it. And then Vagrant Truthseeker. Response drive 1. After you play this card as a block, change the block zone. So this is already following a trend of cards I'm really into that can change zones defensively, either changing your rival's attack zone or changing your block zone. And obviously, these characters want to completely block attacks, so it's really cool that we're getting this extra way of hard defense. And again, as a common, we get 4 of it. I think that means all of the foundations are commons so far. Yeah, all of the foundations are commons. All of the attacks that are not hollow are uncommon. And then we get the common action. That's kind of interesting. I don't think they've ever broken it down like that before, to where all of the non-rare, non-ultra attacks are uncommon, and then all of the foundations are rare. So that's interesting. That's neat. So that is our Ryu and Luke. And now, let's crack open this bad boy. Let's see what we get. We've got... Ooh, Battle Holds the Answer. I'm all about hollows of that. That's cool. Fist for the Ages. Alright, we're just giving me all the cards I want shiny, aren't we? Inherited Will. This is from the Chun-Li and Jamie deck. Remove a kick from your discard pile. This attack is +2 speed. Not bad. Avenger Impaler. This is an alt. This is an alt from, I believe, Jamie's Rare. Yep. So, we have Avenger Impaler and Avenger Impaler. Kind of like how the original ones look like they're on a street or in a dojo, and then the alts look like they're in a ring. got Stagger Step, which is a Jamie card. Crouching Medium Kick. So it looks like you only get one alt. Is that what this says? Contains 6 alt art or foil cards. Okay, so maybe this set on its own, maybe this pack only had the one alt, which was the Avenger Impaler. But, all in all, not bad. So, those in the back here. Blue can read it. Now let's bust open this Jamie and Chun-Li, the one that I'm excited for. I know a lot of people love Chun-Li. I think she's pretty alright. But I was most excited for my man, Jamie. And again, I've never played Street Fighter 6. I hear he's very complicated to use. But I love drunken style fighters. Especially when I played Dead or Alive with a friend of mine who was pretty undefeated in our friend group. Until I learned that there was a drunken style fighter. I picked a guy because I just thought he looked cool. And when I went to move, the guy just fell over. And I was like, oh no, yeah, I win. And I was just able to kind of button mash my way into learning some of the combos. And I just whooped him. He's like, how did you do that? I'm like, drunken style, baby. So we have the lovely Chun-Li, martial arts master. A 6 hand size, 31 health. Brawler with air, order, and water. Enhance once per turn. Clear 1 kick from your card pool. Ready 1 foundation. Your attack gets 2 speed. So I see her going absolutely hand clearing your card pool, readying foundations, and just beating up on people. And then response, after your attack is completely blocked, your rival freezes 1 committed foundation. So making it even harder for them to attack you on their turn and then defend on your next turn. And then my boy, Jamie Siu, Peacekeeping Breakdancer, a 7 hand size, 22 health character, brawler with air, fire, and water. I've been working on builds of this guy since he was leaked at Gamma. So in January, I've built him on I think I've built him on fire, or air and water mostly. I have not built a fire deck yet, but I'm interested to see what I can do with him. But he has response, commit once per turn. After you play an attack, add 1 drink counter to this card. Of course. And then enhance tenacious. Your attack gets +1 speed and +1 damage for each drink counter on this card, maximum of 4. If your attack is completely blocked, ready this character. I adore this. I said that once Jamie was announced, I was going to play him because I didn't get to play Chin, because I wasn't playing back then, and I've wanted to play a drunken fighter in this game for so long that I committed myself to playing Jamie, and then when I found out what he did, I was just even more on board. So we have Aerial Kikosho. This is their pseudo reversal. Hand response, drive 1, add this card to your card pool. After a completely blocked attack resolves, you may try to play this attack from your card pool. It gets -2 difficulty and +2 speed, so it becomes a 4 difficulty, 6 high for 7, which is nuts. It's got Charge and Fury. As an Ultra, of course, we get 2 of those. Then we get Arrow Kick, which is Jamie's rare. After you play this attack, it gets 2 speed if your character's ready, or 2 damage if your character is committed. So it's a 6 low 4 or a 4 low 6. Then we get Breakin'. This is another one of those cards I'm just hyper excited for, because it's so hard to ready your character in this game. But drive 1 after you play this attack, add a drink counter to this to your character, or ready your character. I've already put up a Wii list on the channel that plays this card very well. If you're going to Louisville and I get to see you in the retro tournament, you're going to see a retro character that's going to abuse the heck out of this card, which is really fun. Goodbye, Sam. I really dig it. It's also got that powerful 3 for like no good reason, but this is just awesome. I love this card. and it's one of the few alt arts I actually want. So then we have 100 lightning kicks. Chun-Li's rare. As a static, if it's cleared from your card pool during the combat phase, your rival loses 1 health. This effect cannot reduce your rival below 1 health. And in response, your turn, discard 1 card. After this card leaves your card pool, you get to add it to your hand. I've seen a lot of people talking about Mirko 2 with this card. I think that is really cool. Your only problem is how do you refill your hand, and you don't want to blow up your foundations or anything, so it's kind of cool. I can't wait to see what people do with 100 lightning kicks. Then we get Phantom Sway. Drive 1, commit and freeze 1 rival foundation. This is, as Tim Keefe calls it, a point and click card. You get to just choose 1 to get rid of. And we have Dance of the Phoenix. The ultra rare foundation. Response: once per turn, after your attack is blocked, your rival freezes a committed foundation. If your rival has 10 or more foundations, you get to commit and freeze 1 of their foundations. So really powerful card there. So let's stack these up. So we get that. So now we have our common action, Drive Parry. During our rival's turn, after our rival plays an enhance on a foundation, we get to cancel it, which is pretty strong. And then in response, after we play this card, we get to ready a foundation. So that's pretty neat. I know Allura is going to love this card, because you get to cancel an enhance, ready a foundation, and then add this card to your momentum. It's going to be insane. Get Back Shaver, which is a throw that can freeze foundations, which is neat. As an uncommon, we get 3 of it. I'm guessing this is going to follow the same trajectory where all of the attacks are going to be uncommon. Like Fallen Crane here. And then all of the foundations are going to be common. Swagger Step, so this is the foil variant I got. If you have ready to card in your stage this combat phase, this attack gets 1 speed and 1 damage. Pretty neat. It's got the punch keyword. Great. 10 Show Kicks. This is another card that I'm interested in. Because while it's in your card pool, all of your rivals' high attacks get -2 speed. And in the card pool, after your kick attack deals damage, your rival loses a health. So there are a lot of ways that you can maneuver your rival's block zone to high. Maybe a lot is stretching, but there are a few. And I think it'd be really cool to force your rival into highs while getting this blanket 2 speed. This -2 speed. I think there could be something there. I'm not sure. I haven't done a lot of thinking about it because I've been thinking about Louisville a lot. So on to our foundations. We have Azure Kung Fu Instructor. This is their 6 check. This is sacrifice, add a kick from your discard pile to your card pool. So that works for Chun-Li. Because that clearing a kick is not once per turn. Or it is once per turn, but it's not your turn. So you can just blow that up, add a kick to your card pool, clear the kick, ready an important foundation, and then, I don't know, profit. Because you do have to sacrifice this, so you are going down a foundation, but if it's worth it to ready a foundation that has a powerful defensive effect that you get to use twice per turn, that could be really useful. We have Elegance and Beauty, which for some reason has the kick keyword. And it's just commit for -2 speed, which is pretty good for a 1/5 with a 2 low block. Also a common. Guardian of Chinatown. This card's pretty dope. You can flip it when your rival tries to reduce the damage of your attack, and your attack's damage cannot be reduced for that enhanced step. And this does stop the reduction that they attempted. So, very powerful card here. We got Hates Lectures. Flip after you play a kick card, it gets Breaker 2. Breaker is one of my favorite keyword abilities, so I absolutely adore any chance I get to Breaker people. Inherited Will, which is another one of the ones we get a holo variant of. Once per turn, remove a kick card from your discard pile for +2 speed. Not bad. We got Shifting Gears. Enhance, your attack is +2 damage, and if it is completely blocked, your next attack is +2 speed. So really making your rival think about what they want to do there. Street Hero. Flip, add a card from your card pool to your hand, only playable if you have blocked 2 or more attacks this turn. So this is very much struggling with studies. And it's, again, on the water symbol. So struggling with studies is back. So that's pretty cool. And then we have Young Boss of Chinatown. Tenacious response, flip after your rival's combat phase begins, ready this foundation. So on air, you get this and Nice Try. So readying up your stage during your rival's turn feels good. So that's all of that. So now let's see what we get in our special pack. Come on, Alt-Art Breakin'. We have excessively buffed forearms. Here we go. We have Vagrant Truthseeker. We have Foil Guardian of Chinatown. Very nice. We got a Pale Rider. So we have an Alt-Art Ultra here. Which is funny because I'm going to Louisville, so I'm going to get the Alt-Art Pale Rider there too. So I'm just going to have all the different Pale Riders, aren't I? Back Shaver. And, Falling Crane. Very nice. So let's grab the Pale Rider real quick and see what the difference is here. Oh, for one, he's got a yellow jacket on. You can see kind of facing the other way. Got a yellow jacket as opposed to... Try to do this backwards. It's kind of neat. Again, I wish that they had original art from the artist who did the characters for all of these, but again, that might have just been obviously too much. That would have been a lot to ask for. But again, who are you guys most excited for Street Fighter 6? And who, if we get a Street Fighter 6 set, who would you like to see? I'd love to hear, especially if any of you are really deep into Street Fighter 6, who would you want to see in this set, if we got a set? Obviously, we don't know yet, but who knows? And again, thank you to UVS Games for sending me these to show off to you guys. These go up on sale in your local game stores Friday as of recording and release. I'm recording this on Tuesday. I'll be releasing it Wednesday. So check out your local game stores. And if you're in Louisville for the regional and you see me, come say hi if you want to. I'll be socially awkward at first, kind of wondering why you're talking to me, but then I'll realize, oh yeah, you recognize me from online. And then we'll be cool. So, don't be afraid to say hi if you want to. I'm usually personable once you get past that initial confusion. But I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.